Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing 5 cards, 1 kit, and I'm working with the Love from Lizi. I believe this is the April kit. I ordered it in March. I'm not a subscriber. I just saw Alicia at Crazy Paper Chick do this, and I had to have it. Now I'm showing you here, I really feel like the kit has 2 different color themes. So the paper and the sequins match really well. I think those adhesive strips kind of match both color themes. And I'm guessing it's because of the ephemera, which is so cute, but I'm guessing that that's why there's 2 different colorways. Anyway, so this is the paper that comes in it. And I'm just going to show you guys real quick a little bit, just in case you hadn't seen it. But Alicia, Crazy Paper Chick, is on the design team. And she does an unboxing that is probably, it's fully focused on the unboxing. So you might want to go check that out. I'm just going to show you a couple of close-ups. It's really precious. And for those of you that have been with me, you know I'm a gardener. So of course it just tugged at my heartstrings. But I honestly had to have it for the shed. I wanted that shed so bad. And it comes with dies that cut things out. I really wanted the add-on kit. It was so awesome. But by the time I put everything in my cart and converted it to US dollars, it was $100. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. Oh, I wouldn't judge you if you did, but it just wasn't in the budget. That didn't make sense to me that day. But I did get this kit, and I have stamped it on some paper that was not in the kit. It is one that was in my stash, but it's different, really beautiful pastel wood grain paper. And I've been wanting to make this card ever since I first saw the kit revealed. And this is for my hubby. So the first card is, I guess, masculine in that way. I don't know. It wouldn't have to be a masculine card. But gardening is a hobby that we share together, and he has a tool shed, and so I had to grab this little tools ephemera piece and put it inside, and I wanted the door to open. And this is like a just because card for him. I actually gave it to him on the same day, and wrote a sweet message in it. So this card's already been delivered. Okay, so I am just coloring up this little bitty sign to go on it. I had brought in that ephemera piece, but it just for scale, it wasn't doing it for me. Which I know these aren't to scale either, but you know, you choose your battles. So I just kind of went along with a pencil and outlined it in places that I knew wouldn't show through. And now I'm bringing in this Distress Oxide because I am going to just fill this in because of the way that the ephemera is cut out. It will show around some of the edges. And then the other thing I'm going to do, actually quite a bit in this video. Oh, let me color in the door real quick. So, I'm not coloring the whole thing. I'm just coloring the parts that are going to show. So I'm going to glue down this ephemera piece. And then I'm going to knock back the white. So I'm going to take this residual ink and kind of knock back the white. So I'm going to be doing this quite a bit in this video. I just feel like it made my scenes better. I've made 2 scene cards, and I really feel like it helped blend everything together and make it look more like it was one piece or uniform. So now I've got my little tool shed built. Well, it's not my tool shed, it's my husband's. All of my tools are in my craft room. All right. And I'm going to bring in a green brush and again just kind of blend this little ephemera piece so it looks like it is part of or belongs to that scene. I don't always do this in card making, but there are some times, like with this kit, where it just feels most natural. So now, because I popped that flower pot up and it's hanging over, it holds my little door closed. And I grabbed this paper from inside the kit, and I really wanted these blue flowers to show. So my husband's favorite flowers are blue ones, so I had to put some blue flowers on his card. He planted a bunch of plumbago last year, and unfortunately it did not make it past that Texas freeze, but he found some alternatives. Our gardens are really coming together. They are so, so lovely. He has a weeping bottle brush tree. Oh, it is just exploding with blooms right now. It is so beautiful. I might take some video of some of the gardens and share that with y'all sometime. Okay, so I'm using the residual piece of the blue flowers on the inside of the card. And then I really wanted to bring in this watering can and a sentiment. And for the sentiment, I had grabbed a scrap piece of paper, but I ended up stamping it like on a 1-inch, I believe is what I trimmed this down to. I kind of wanted it to be a good size. And then, so it's a 1x4-inch. I wanted to use those stickers. Sorry, I've had a headache for like 36 hours, a migraine. So forgive me. I can't think of what she calls them, but these thin blue strips, these. I wanted to outline a sentiment, and I knew I did. As soon as I saw the sentiments, it's just what had popped into my head, so I thought it was perfect for this card. I know you guys are probably watching this and you know the answer. Do you ever do that when YouTubers are like, I can't think of what it's called? Do you answer it for them? I do. I feel like I'm helping them out, even though they can't hear me. Okay, I'm going to bring in my Prima watercolors. This is the Classics palette, and I wanted to mix my own color. I kind of wanted a blue-green. Dr. Shrub's favorite color is green, so that's probably no surprise. And that's why I chose green for the watering can. So I gave it a really light wash in this color that I created. And then I'm going to go back in with just the straight green color to do my highlights. Give it some dimension. So I know this video is a little long today, but I'm doing a lot of different techniques, if you will. There's a little bit of mixed media. It's a little bit of everything. So I hope you guys don't mind. I know my videos tend to be in about the 20-minute mark, but you know, it's like a sitcom and you get it 3 days a week if you choose. All right. So I'm just going to glue these two elements down. And I really like the watering can and how it turned out. Last touch for this card. I just took this Distress Oxide and inked around the edges. I think this color is Shabby Shutters, but I'm not really sure. All right. And now on to the second card. Now I realize, well, first of all, that weather vane is not going to fit up at the top. So we'll just pretend like a storm took it down and the girl's resourceful, so she used it as a decoration on her shed. Anyways, I realize that the shed and the background are, there's no contrast, right? They're very much similar in their color. But I really didn't mind that. I kind of liked the subtlety of it and how, it just seems like they're one and the same, essentially. So, again, I just brought in a few pieces of ephemera and I had made her a sign just like Dr. Shrub's shed. And now I am cutting out some little grass. I really like the subtlety and the softness of this card. I don't know who the illustrator is, but I enjoy these illustrations so much of these girls. They're just so whimsical and cute, always adorable. Okay, so just gluing things down. I'm bringing this close up so you can see. It's super cute. It's just tiny. It says, "Welcome to my garden." Okay, and again here I'm just using residual ink. And again, just kind of knocking back that white of the ephemera. And then that way they easily just blend in. Now, obviously, you wouldn't want to do this if your ink was too saturated on your brush because it could distort your overall ephemera piece. But for these, I knew it was just light enough and it wasn't going to throw things off. Here's a close-up. All right, so I will pop some things up. I'll glue some things down. So one thing that I really liked about this kit was all the variety of the ephemera that was provided. There are so many different little girls and then different potted plants, terrariums, wreaths. I really thought the ephemera was just so delightful. There's little gardening tools. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. So I really liked that about the ephemera. So now I'm going to bring in the sequins. And I'm going to put some just around. I wanted, again, to keep it pretty subtle. And I also wanted to do the double layers that I like to do. So I'm putting the biggest piece and then the smaller one. So again, I really love it when sequins come in different sizes. That way I can do this little layering with them. And it's just, nice to have the different sizes because sometimes you need small, large, or a little bit of both. I had almost forgotten to put her keepsake on her shed, her decoration. And now I'm just going to put on a few tiny ones that are not going to be layered. I've had some people ask what tool I'm using for my sequins. This is a crystal katana. I know that there's a lot of tools on the market. I've just had this one for you know, I think I bought it in 2017. So I've had it for a number of years, and it was an investment, but I use it almost every time I make cards. So I really don't mind that. I've had the same tip on it since the day I bought it. And so I think it was worth it. I love this little boho ladder with the plants all over it. So cute. So this is card number 3. I'm going to use the stencil that came in the kit. I really liked this a lot. And this is my favorite kind of stencil. Like, it's really thick, very well made. And it has these just tiny little hearts. And I just wanted to kind of make them in almost like the wreath shape. So I'm just kind of going around the edges, kind of giving it a circular pattern. And then I'm going to bring in my Tim Holtz Distress Glaze embossing powder. And this is in Vintage Photo. So I opted for a neutral just because everything that's going on top of it will shine even more. And I just love Distress Glaze. I'm totally hooked. And I found this paper, this pattern paper in the pack, so it's perfect. And guys, I broke my spending freeze again, second time. I did. I bought scribble sticks. One of the things I wanted to do with scribble sticks, splatter. So you can put a little bit of water, just like I'm doing here, and take a brush, and you can splatter with scribble sticks. This was so appealing to me. And this one is kind of hard to see because it's a metallic, but I bought 3 sets. So I have a few colors to play with. I wanted them too because I'm going to start my childhood memories journal soon, and I just wanted an easy way to do backgrounds. And I bought scribble sticks because they're acrylic paint in a stick form, and I like that. I love working with acrylic paint, so I did it. Yes, confession time. Isn't that card beautiful? Okay, card number 4. I had to color this girl up. I was so happy that the curly girl got to be the one girl in the stamp set because, of course, I'm going to color her just like my daughter. Every time I get a chance, every time someone does a stamp with a girl and big puffy hair and curls, I'm going to color my daughter every time. So I'm just coloring this up. Now, my only question is, what is she doing with her arms? Is she twirling? I think she's twirling because of her dress. If I'm missing something, which I totally could be, you guys let me know, but I think she's like twirling and dreaming and in her own head space. Her eyes are closed. But the funny thing is I colored her up. I'm totally fell in love with her. Colored her up. Went to put her on my card, which I'll see in a minute. And I thought she looked like she was sick to her stomach. Oh my gosh, I hope y'all can get this imagery out of your head after I say it. But yes, she just, to me, she's like, uh-oh, her eyes are closed. She's kind of grabbing her stomach. It looks like maybe she's been twirling too long. She's a little sick to her stomach. Oh, I'm silly. I'm silly, silly, but that's just what I saw. And then I couldn't get it out of my head, but y'all will see how I worked around it. And really, like, since the first time I saw the stamp set, I was like, what's up with her arms? Like, what's she doing? I still love her so much. And I love her dress and her boots. Now, my daughter loves rainbow. She's kind of falling in love with purple, I think. But if you ask her her favorite color right now, it's gold. She does love gold. Both of my kids do. It's so funny. My son always picks the Nikes that have gold embellishments on them, like the gold Nike swish or whatever. Yeah, I think he's had gold Adidas too. Yeah, black and gold Adidas. So yeah, they both like it. So I'm just kind of playing with purple here and getting her colored up. And again, I bring back the stencil and I'm going to use 3 different distress colors here. This is mustard seed. And I really love orange, yellow, and pink together. I think this is spiced marmalade. And then festive berries is the pink that I chose. And guys, this stencil is just so fantastic. I'm so happy to have it in my stash. All right, so cute. All right, so I was determined to find a way basically to use these other colors, this other color scheme. So all 3 of these papers are the colors that came in the kit, and that's what had me choose the distress colors that I chose was based on these papers from the kit. And so it was by the time that I had put these on here all wonky, I was like, oh no, her head's spinning and her stomach's turning. This is not good. Oh gosh. So then I grabbed this little, well, which did I do first? Guess I was trying to get past it. I went ahead and embellished the card with these really pretty enamel dots. And I put 6 or 7 on there. Okay, I'm moving this one because it's a less paper showing up there, so I thought a smaller dot, and there's more paper showing on that side, so I thought it should have a bigger dot. You don't have to think about your embellishments that much. I just did in that moment. And so now that's still really bugging me. So I bring in this punch and it has a little heart. So I thought, okay, I'll just put a heart there that matches the yellow paper. I don't know. Maybe I think I'll go back and just really, like I'm going to write the word love on that tiny heart, I think, like in a scripty script. So I don't know. I just had to do something because I kept seeing her as if she'd had enough twirling. Okay, this last card's super simple because honestly, I had to be somewhere. I had to leave the house in 5 minutes. And I was like, I am determined to get my 5th card done. So here it is. Like, have y'all noticed with things opening up more how hectic life is getting all of a sudden? It's like, I know we've really wanted to leave the house for a year and now we get the chance and I'm kind of like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everything's moving too fast. Hold on. peel-offs. That's what they call them. It came to me. So these are the peel-offs that come in the kit. There's that word I couldn't think of earlier. So I'm using the peel-offs to just add a little more to this card. And I love that they come in different sizes too. So I used the widest one, and now I'm using a real thin one. And I'm just kind of lining them up here. And I know I could save this remainder and put it back on the sheet, but no. Nope, I'm okay. And then I'm going to use another one to go down here. My house is filled with happy children, so if y'all hear a bunch of kids laughing and playing, that's what it is. There are a bunch of kids laughing and playing here. Okay, so I added the flower, and that's it for that card, except for, oh yeah, some enamel dots. I love this blue color. Like, I love the color of the peel-offs, and I like these enamel dots. Really, really pretty. Definitely, if I were to pick a favorite of the two color schemes that seem to be going on in the kit, I would pick these, the paper colors of the paper pad. But obviously, I'll get use out of all of it. Okay, so here's what I made. We'll start back at the first card, and it's a little interactive because the door opens. So that's fun. I think you could put like potted plants in there. You could do all kinds of things. And here's how I decorated the inside. The second card, very subtle, very sweet. The sky is dreamy. And I really like how distressing that ephemera really made it feel very cohesive. I love this card. I truly do. It's very simple but lovely. And then this card, she is so sweet. She really is. And I think if the background wasn't so wonky, I wouldn't have gotten those feelings about her, but it all works out. And the enamel dots, it's fun. It is a fun card. And then this last one, fast, simple, beautiful. That's the kind of card making I like. So definitely go check out Love From Lizi if you haven't before. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.